also is that allegations are that there is a history of
También hay una alegación de que había un historial
it's been happening at least 2 or 3 years
que ha estado sucediendo por lo menos en los últimos 2-3 años,
that the complaint has indicated she is afraid of the defendant,
tal como la acusación ha mencionado, ella tiene temor del acusado.
and that reading of in the investigative report is that this was not maybe an accident touching,
Y de,
that supposedly he put his head
así es
in
que
the circular motion,
él tenía esto.
but that the complaint pushed the defendant away.
Pero
Today we have a double feature presentation straight from the Detroit County Jail, where justice meets the digital age. As two defendants await their fate in a bond hearing before the discerning eyes of the judge. Although one of the defendant's crimes are much more serious than the other guy's. People are saying that the first defendant in court today bears a striking resemblance to Johnny Depp, but not in a good way. More like the Johnny Depp from the Edward Scissorhands movie. I don't know, that's just what people are saying, not me though. Because I am just a silly kangaroo. But the second defendant today is in court for something that is no laughing matter. So the real question is, will the judge give any of these defendants a bond today? Stay tuned to find out.
Count 1 is driver while license suspended. Count 2 is no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3 is driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Next ticket is P1303629. Misdemeanor is driving while license not valid or improper license. Next ticket is P1355587. Count 1, driving while license not valid or improper license. Count 2 is driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P1396018. Misdemeanor, entering without owner's permission. Last ticket is P1309728. Count 1, sir, is driving while license not valid or improper license. Count 2 is driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor. Maximum penalty on each misdemeanor, sir, it's up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do, Your Honor.
I'm gonna enter. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court date is December 14, 2023. Pre-trial in front of Judge Perkins. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it could be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights, sir?
Yes, I do.
All right. That concludes your misdemeanor matter. Now it's to your criminal matter, sir. Case number is 230-599-7001. Please say your full name, sir.
Mark Lukai.
Thank you, sir. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel. Thank you. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are November 27, 2023. Probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination December 4, 2023. Both matters are in front of Judge Sabri. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Also, sir, while this case is pending, there are some bond conditions. One, you're not to possess any illegal controlled substances. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I don't want to possess any substances from this case.
Okay. Okay, you don't need to say anything more, sir. Also, there's no assaultive or combative behavior on your part while this case is pending. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And that being said, I see a prior drug felony conviction, no capious history, no criminal no capious history. He has ties in the metropolitan area. Counsel Douglas, go ahead as the bond.
Your Honor, if you're asking for a bond of 10,000 personal with tether house arrest for 1,000 reasons, right now, so I am respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Okay. In this particular matter, everybody's in agreement that he get a personal bond. I'm going to grant that it's going to be a $25,000 personal bond, but he's also going to have, because it appears that he doesn't appear to come to court when he's supposed to. Bless you. So I'm going to give him a GPS tether house arrest. Anything else, counsel?
Your Honor, if he is on house arrest, I don't think he would be able to participate in any of.
Oh, well, he's gonna be able to go in front of a judge, or his attorney can address the issue of the GPS tether either before his next court date or approach Judge Sabri as to that issue. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Su nombre. Noel Salazar.
Okay. All right, again, the interpreter, please say your full name.
Ricardo Cáceres, Caceres.
All right, sir, raise your right hand again. Do you solemnly swear firm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, as well do you solemnly swear firm to translate or interpret English, Spanish, Spanish to English to the best of your ability, sir?
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty.
Estamos declarándonos no culpables.
Your court dates are November 27, 2023, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, December, and then repeat that, December 4th, 2023. Both
December
matters are in
14,
front of
Your
Judge
Honor.
King. Pardon me?
December 14,
December 4th.
4th. Okay, let me tell him that.
Another bond condition. You're not to have contact with. Also, sir, it appears from the investigator's report that you and the complainant reside at the same location. You are not to go back to that location.
No puedes regresar a ese lugar.
Do you understand that?
¿Entiendes eso?
Sí.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if the court already addressed this, but we would ask for no contact with anyone under the age of 18.
Y también que no tengas contacto con otras personas en ese lugar.
The people are asking for this because Mr. Salazar Montanez.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm having issues listening to the prosecution.
The people are asking for this bond because Salazar Montanez.
Parece que la fiscalía está solicitando algo por una causa en tu contra.
Poses a danger to the complaining witness at the least.
Y tú posees o representas un peligro para las personas involucradas.
And to minors in general.
Y también para la menor en general.
Your Honor, I know you're familiar with the allegations in the complaint.
Yo sé, su señoría, que usted está familiarizada con esta acusación.
We would just emphasize that the defendant is 43 years old.
Solamente quiero que usted enfatice que el acusado es de 43 años de edad.
And the victim is 17 years old.
Y la niña solamente tiene 17 años de edad.
The victim indicated that the abuse has been going on for about a year.
Parece que la investigación indica que los abusos se sucedieron alrededor de eso.
The victim's mother indicated to police that it was 2 or 3 years ago when the victim first told her the defendant was either trying to touch her or did touch her.
Y la mamá de la víctima indicó que aparentemente la primera vez que tú comenzaste estos tocamientos inapropiados fue hace 2 o 3 años.
So the alleged conduct has been going on for 1 to 3 years.
Así es que este tipo de conducta se ha estado repitiendo por los últimos 2 o 3 años.
According to the report, the defendant used both force and coercion to get the complaining witness to the basement where he lived.
Y aparentemente, de acuerdo al informe, el acusado trataba de que la víctima llegara hasta el sótano donde él estaba.
The victim was particularly vulnerable because she knew the defendant as her godfather.
La víctima sabía que ella era una persona vulnerable porque el acusado es su padrino.
So he was an adult in a position of authority over the victim.
Así es que él era un adulto con autoridad sobre la víctima.
Moreover, he had physical access to her as they lived in the same duplex.
Y aparte de eso, él tenía acceso directo a ella porque vivían en el mismo dúplex.
Sadly, it would appear that the court is the only entity or person who has the ability to fully protect the victim.
Entonces, se supone que el tribunal es la única entidad que puede tener autoridad sobre el acusado.
The people say this because it isn't the mother who called the police, it was the victim.
El Estado alega que debido a que es la responsable, la madre de la víctima,
Although the victim had told her mother multiple times, the defendant had been touching her.
sin embargo, la víctima le había dicho a su madre en repetidas veces que el acusado la había estado tocando.
Moreover, the victim had told her mother that she did not feel safe in the house with Mr. Salazar Montes.
Aparte de eso, la víctima le había manifestado a su madre que no se sentía segura con el señor Salazar Montanés en la casa.
Despite this, according to the victim's mother, she did not do anything.
Aparte de esto, de acuerdo a la madre de la víctima, ella no hizo nada al respecto.
Apparently, the mother told police she did not think anything of it when her daughter told her that she was being molested.
La mamá de la víctima dijo que ella no pensó nada de la situación porque él era el padrino de la niña.
So it would appear that the victim's mother is not reliably in a position to protect her from the defendant.
Así es que es aparente que la madre de la víctima no tomó ninguna acción para proteger a su hija, a la víctima.
Considering the victim's mother, by her own statement to police, did not protect her daughter from depicting her.
Es evidente que la madre de la víctima no tomó los pasos necesarios para protegerla.
You are asking the court to protect her by that bond of $25,000 cash or surety with 7 house arrest at a different address.
Y por lo tanto estamos pidiendo que se imponga una fianza de $25,000 junto con un grillete y que él viva en otro lado.
Thank you.
Counsel Shive, go ahead, Esteban, please.
Van ahora a preguntarle a tu abogado qué opina en cuanto a la fianza.
Your Honor, my client has no prior criminal history.
Señoría, mi cliente no tiene ningún historial criminal previo.
Not on probation or parole or anything pending.
No hay nada pendiente en su contra como libertad condicional o probatoria.
Has been a resident of Michigan for 23 years.
Ha sido un residente de Michigan por los últimos 23 años.
No previous history whatsoever that we are aware of.
No tenemos ningún conocimiento de algún arresto en esta situación.
Your Honor, according to my client,
Señoría, de acuerdo a mi cliente,
the complaining witness's own mother
la testigo que emitió la queja es la propia madre.
told my client
Le dijo a mi cliente
that the complaining witness was drunk when she made these allegations.
que la testigo que hizo la acusación estaba borracha cuando hizo la acusación.
These are allegations.
Hay alegatos
He is presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt.
que a él se le tiene que considerar inocente hasta que hayan pruebas más allá de la duda.
We understand the court's concern with the safety of the complaining witness.
Él entiende la preocupación del tribunal con relación a la testigo que ha emitido la queja.
My client will be staying at a completely different address.
Mi cliente está de acuerdo en residir en una dirección diferente
And has no reason at all to have any contact with the complaining witness.
y no tiene ningún problema ni necesidad de estar en contacto con la testigo acusadora.
He's had the same job for 14 years.
Ha tenido el mismo trabajo por los últimos 14 años.
His work hours are 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Sus horas de trabajo son de las 5 de la mañana a las 3 de la tarde,
7 days a week.
7 días a la semana.
I am respectfully asking the court to consider a high personal bond
Y estoy solicitando al tribunal que considere que se le dé una fianza personal.
These are charged as high court misdemeanors.
Y él se avendría a los procedimientos del tribunal.
And if the court is not inclined to do that without a GPS tether,
Y si el tribunal no está de acuerdo con eso, podría imponerle un grillete.
I ask the court to allow him to go to work.
Estoy solicitando al tribunal que a él se le permita ir a trabajar.
So given that he has no priors, nothing pending, and no cases history,
Debido a que no tiene nada pendiente, no tiene ningún historial
I would ask
criminal.
the court to consider that high personal bond without the tether.
Y entonces pido que el tribunal considere el colocarle un grillete.
I've heard the representations of both sides in this particular matter. What's concerning in this matter, I understand that he has no priors, no pending cases, no prior convictions. There is nothing about, there is a capious history. But my concern is whether they're considered high misdemeanors. According to the Department of Corrections, he could go to prison because the maximum penalty is 2 years, and he could go from probation up to prison. Whether it's a day in prison or not, or no prison time, he can get probation or he can get jail time, combination of any of those things. Okay. However, my concern is it is assaultive with the allegations, 2 counts, assaultive, using force or coercion. What I also see is there is a godfather relationship. That means that he is a padrino to the complainant. Go ahead, Mr. Interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yo escuché todas las alegatorias de parte de los abogados en este caso. También escuché las alegaciones que hizo la víctima con relación a la acusación. Aparentemente no ha tenido ningún registro criminal en el pasado. Sin embargo, yo escuché y entiendo que debido a que él es el padrino, él tiene cierta autoridad sobre ella y este es un delito mayor, pero en grado superior, por el cual podría ser condenado a ir a la prisión, a la cárcel, o podría estar en la cárcel y probatoria, debido a que esto se constituye un asalto criminal con coerción, ya que él es el padrino y tiene autoridad sobre la víctima.
Also, is that allegations are that there is a history of,
También hay una alegación de que había un historial
it's been happening at least 2 or 3 years,
que ha estado sucediendo por lo menos en los últimos 2-3 años,
that the complaint has indicated she is afraid of the defendant,
tal como la acusación ha mencionado, ella tiene temor del acusado.
and that reading of in the investigative report is that this was not maybe an accident touching,
Y de acuerdo a el informe principal, estos no fueron unos tocamientos incidentales,
that supposedly he put his head
así es
in
que
a circular motion
él tenía esto en su poder en una moción circular
to the vagina area of the complainant,
alrededor de la vagina de la acusadora,
but that the complainant pushed the defendant away,
pero que la acusadora empujó al acusado.
okay. Here are bond conditions, and I'm repeating them.
Voy a repetirte las condiciones de tu fianza.
No firearms of any kind.
No puedes tener ningún tipo de armas de ninguna clase.
You're not to have contact with Jacqueline Juarez or any witnesses, including her mother.
No puedes tener ningún contacto con Jacqueline Juárez, ningún testigo, incluyendo a su madre.
You are not to have contact with any minor children, 18, under the age of 18.
No puedes tener contacto con ningún menor de edad abajo de la edad de 18 años.
Okay. There will be, you're not to go to the address of 4959 Daniels, City of Detroit.
No puedes ir a la dirección de 4959 Daniels en Detroit.
Stand by for a moment.
Momentito.
Lastly, there is going to be a GPS tether house arrest.
Por último, te van a imponer un grillete con GPS para que te permanezcas en tu casa.
Okay. I do believe that Mr. Salazar Montanez is a danger.
Creo que el señor Salazar Montanés es un peligro,
not only to the complainant, but to the community at large.
no únicamente en contra de la acusadora, pero a la comunidad en general.
Okay. And that includes minor children.
Eso incluye niños menores.
So I'm going to go with bond recommendation of $25,000 cash surety.
Así es que voy a irme con la recomendación de imponer una fianza de $25,000 en efectivo.
And that's going to generate an unaffordable bond
Y eso va a generar a una fianza no reportable, una probatoria no reportable, perdón.
Okay, the bond redetermination hearing will be November 20th, Monday, 2023, 9 o'clock in front of Judge Mechanical.
Entonces, una reconsideración de tu fianza se va a llevar a cabo el 20 de noviembre en frente del juez McConnell.
Counsels, anything else for the record?
Preguntan a los abogados si hay algo más.
Sir, you can step aside.
Se puede retirar, señor.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.